So let me just finish up quickly with Sikhism. Guru Nanak. Guru Nanak is their rock. You know, he's the guy who's their founder, who they look to. Guru Nanak basically instituted this ritual where in order to become a Sikh, in order to convert to Sikhism, you say, is it baptism? No, it's not. It's no kind of baptism or anything. What you have to do was, he would wash his feet and you had to drink the foot water. Yeah. True story. So for the first, so Sikhism was started in the, no wonder it's called Sikhism, amen? And don't tell me I'm pronouncing it wrong and that it's Sikh. It's actually Sikh in Punjabi. That's the actual real pronunciation, believe it or not. Because a lot of people call it Sikh, but it's Sikh. It makes you sick to think about drinking somebody's dirty foot water. But you know what's interesting? Go to Ezekiel 34. What's interesting is that the Bible covers everything, doesn't it? The Bible covers this, believe it or not. So Guru Nanak founded Sikhism in the late 15th century. But there was a series of 10 gurus, right? Guru Nanak's the first guru. And then, like, you know, a few hundred years later, they have the 10th guru, Guru Gobind Singh. They don't have any gurus since then. So the 10th guru, hundreds of years later, he did away with this practice. Now they drink sugar water. That's an improvement. Okay. Now they take a little miniature sword and they stir sugar into water with a miniature sword and you drink that. But for the first few hundred years, I mean, if you go back to the King James Version of Sikhism, you know, back to the fundamental Guru Nanak himself and the other 8 gurus after him, and even Guru Gobind Singh for a while, you had to drink his foot water. I kid you not. Look it up. That's how you became a Sikh. By drinking his foot water. I'm not kidding, folks. You can't make this stuff up. And they drink that which you have fouled with your feet. Wow. I mean, the Bible covers everything. Wow. You don't think God knew that the 5th largest organized religion in the world would be founded by a guy having people drink his foot water? And he put that in the Bible. And even to debunk religions that weren't even around back then, it's right there, folks. And then we could point to our rock, Jesus, who washed the disciples' feet.
Amen. Right.
Our rock washed the disciples' feet. Their rock washed his feet and said, drink up, buddy. Welcome to the religion, buddy. Talk about a cult. Can you imagine if Pastor Romero said, hey, listen, everybody, in order to join the church. Look, folks, this isn't about salvation. All you got to do to be saved is believe in Christ. But if you want to be a member of Steadfast Baptist Church, we're going to have a foot washing ceremony. My feet, you drink. You know what? It would be on the news. And they would say, this is a cult. This is bizarre. These people are brainwashed. These people are nuts. But you know what we're told today by the liberals? Respect all faiths. Respect all faiths. Respect all religions. Now let's look at the founder of Sikhism, Guru Nanak. Okay, this is the guy who founded Sikhism 500 years ago. Here is a reading from the Life of Guru Nanak, chapter 12. Listen to this. Saido and Gedo, a third Jat, called Saiho, accompanied him thither. On seeing them, they're going to some island to evangelize people with the Sikh religion. It says, on seeing them, the tyrant, the guy who rules over this island, the tyrant resolved to put them to death for trespassing on his domain. He seized the guru as the first victim of his rage. The guru fell into a trance and sang the following. He to whom the Lord is compassionate and merciful will do the master's work. That worshipper whom God causeth to abide by his order will worship him. By obeying his order, man is acceptable, and shall then reach his master's court. He shall act as pleaseth his master, and obtain the fruit his heart desireth, and he shall be clothed with a robe of honor in God's court. It is said that on hearing this hymn, the tyrant desisted from his intention and prostrated himself before the guru. Saido gave him water to drink, in which the guru had washed his feet, and thus made him a Sikh and endured him deliverance. Yeah, that would make you a Sikh. I'm feeling a Sikh. I drank this water that was from the guru's feet. So, but here's the thing. It doesn't just stop with that story where the guru washes his feet and then gives it to somebody to drink. It said, here, this will make you a Sikh. And not only that, it said it made him a Sikh and ensured him deliverance. You want to get saved? Here, let me wash my feet in some water, and then you drink that water. And then you will be ensured salvation. But listen, it's not just this one story. This is a ritual that he instituted for all Sikhs to drink the water that he washed his feet in. They would all drink it. So the Sikh religion was developed over the course of a few hundred years, you know, from like the very end of the 15th century, you know, into the early 1700s. And it was a succession of 10 gurus. So this is the first guru, the guy who started it, Guru Nanak. And then there are these other gurus that followed him over the course of a couple hundred years. Then the 10th final guru, he did away with this thing. So for a couple hundred years, they were all drinking foot water. But after a couple hundred years, they finally got rid of this. Here's the story about the 10th guru changing this. Since the time of Guru Nanak, Charan Pauhal had been the customary form of initiation. People were to drink the holy water which had been touched or washed by the guru's toes or feet. The guru proceeded to initiate them to his new order by asking the 5 faithful Sikhs to stand up. He put pure water into an iron vessel or bowl and stirred it with a khanda, the 2-edged small sword. So instead of putting his feet in the water, now he changed it to stirring it with a sword. Okay? Then sugar crystals, which incidentally the guru's wife, Mata Sahib Kaur, had brought at that moment, were mixed in the water. So conveniently, his wife showed up with some sugar to make some Kool-Aid, you know. So instead of drinking foot water, they said, we're going to stir it with a sword, but then it's like, well, that's just plain water. Oh, well, here, dump in a little sugar. What is it with cult leaders serving Kool-Aid? You know what I mean? Sugar water. So anyway, that's when they changed it. But thank God, I'd rather drink Kool-Aid than foot water. But look at Ezekiel chapter 34. This stuff's, look, the Bible has all the answers, friend.